is Sarah, the able diabetic here. I'm here with my Christmas series of videos. And this one is about drinks at Christmas, which can be a bit of a minefield for a diabetic, whether you're type 1 or type 2. Things are not always what they seem. So this is just a few guidance points for both diabetics themselves and also for the people that are offering them drinks at Christmas. So I said in my first video, which is about food to offer at Christmas, that really the key for a type 1 diabetic is to offer some choice. Diabetics can live life, so they can opt for whatever they fancy, and you don't want to be in a situation of saying, oh, you should have this because it's good for you. So first of all, I'm going to talk about some of the things that you really see, especially at Christmas, and they are definitely on the naughty list. And I'm thinking about things like Baileys, loads of sugar, guys, absolutely delicious, but be very careful, especially as no one I know sticks to the kind of set measure. It's always a chunk more than that. Something like mulled wine looks fairly innocuous, but actually if somebody in the background has been putting loads of orange juice in it and some sugar to kind of offset the mulling spices, you could end up with something that has a hell of a lot of sugar in it without you having any idea. So be careful there. In fact, anything that looks like a punch, unless you know really what's gone into it, you should be really careful. Ditto fruity stuff. Many fruit juices are very, very high in sugar. So if you're looking at a kind of, a very kind of colourful, tropical, exciting looking punch, the chances are there are some things in that you might not want to go for. So a few things around that you want to kind of tread carefully on. Fortunately, there are lots of things that are really lovely as celebratory drinks. The obvious ones being things like champagne and Prosecco that are dry and a fantastic treat, but which are also pretty easygoing from a kind of blood sugar management perspective. So they are really fantastic. Also, the kind of standard white spirits like gin and vodka are brilliant as well. And you have to be a bit careful with some spirits. Once you get into things that are kind of like dark looking, particularly, they can have a bit more sugar going on, so you should be really careful there. But it's very, very easy to make fantastic cocktails with a few of the kind of basic the basic white spirits underpinning them. One of my favourites is a Moscow Mule. It's really Christmassy. It's got ginger because you've got a kind of ginger ale, which obviously you get a soft drink that's not got sugar in it, low sugar ginger ale, and you mix that with vodka. It looks fantastic, smells fantastic, tastes fantastic, and is a really, really good choice for Christmas. There are lots and lots of things out there if you go for just a few kind of basic rules. On the wine front, keep it dry, not sweet. And the same would go for anything like sherry. I would avoid port. Port is a fortified wine and it's got extra sugar in it as a result. So it's one to be a bit careful about. Just a very, very small amount of port at Christmas. Now, of course, when you talk about drinks at Christmas, you are not only talking about alcoholic drinks. You're also talking about all of the other things that you drink on an ongoing basis and that you have if you don't drink alcohol, which is completely fine. It's really important, actually, that a little bit of thought goes into this if you're going to have guests, people who are going to be offered stuff at Christmas, and that you have made sure that there is some stuff that doesn't have sugar in it. Obviously, there's easy stuff like water, sparkling water, things like that. Then there's a whole array of kind of carbonated soda style drinks that you can get absolutely no sugar versions of. Everything from lemonade, 7-Up kind of stuff, through ginger ale, through cola, and then onto other stuff as well, cream sodas and many, many other things which are suitable for lots of different people. Do be careful, because there are some things that I think you look at and you assume that maybe it would be very kind of low sugar. I'm thinking about things like maybe elderflower presse, that kind of thing. It's got a very kind of light feel to it, actually it does contain sugar. So it's not as bad as other things, but it's got something in there. So have a look and really try and locate some things that have got nothing whatsoever. Just a little bit of thought in advance, and your diabetic friends and family and guests will be very, very appreciative, I can assure you. I hope that little overview has given you a few ideas and pointers about how to approach the festive season, making sure that the emphasis is on making merry and having a very happy time, and to reduce any traumas that might be out there for any of your diabetic friends and family. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic Christmas, and I appreciate you watching this. I'm Sarah, I'm the Able Diabetic. Very, very happy Christmas to you and your family.